3rd and 5. Tap pass. Wilson struggling to find anything. And how about that front of the Canes as they come up with the big stop on 3rd down. Empty look on 2nd and 8. Ward's going to run it himself, and he's got a lot of room to just jog ahead and coast out for another Canes 1st down. 2nd and 6. Ward spins to his left, looking for an opportunity, directing traffic, and what a catch and effort by Restrepo to come back to the ball and make that grab and move the chains again.
As a quarterback, you're rolling to your left, you throw it back across your body to the middle of the field, but there's Restrepo, one of our impact players, making a very difficult grab.
Play action. Ward with time. Now darts ahead, gets free, looks behind, and strides clearly out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Ron Roberts, one of the gritty veterans of coaching. Ward drifting back again, floats it complete, and into the end zone goes Cam McCormick, one of the great stories of college football. His 9th year playing the game, and he scores the opening touchdown for the Canes. Ward quickly gets it out to Arroyo, and the very athletic tight end is able to turn the corner for a 1st down. Intended shallow receiver before it went into the hands of Shamar James. Here is Martinez, and look at Martinez when he makes a decision to accelerate and then just steamrolls downfield as he went straight over DJ Douglas. It's part of the Dana Holderson coaching tree. 1st down, Ward just relaxed and then slings it, and he gets it to Restrepo again. 1st team All-ACC, Xavier Restrepo. Yeah. On 2nd and 7, over the middle, complete as he goes to Horton. Under center now. Here's Fletcher with a blocker in front, and Fletcher will take it right in.
Right here, it was a slow developing run play. Coming around the other side with Sam Brown, the transfer from Houston at wide receiver. In Cam Ward's mind, you're thinking if we can get somewhere near the 35-yard line here, we're in Borregales' range.
Ward gets it complete, threw it behind Arroyo, but complete. And now Miami all of a sudden, 2nd down and 10. Ward, quick strike, and into the end zone goes Xavier Restrepo. How about that drive by the Canes? 24-yard touchdown. Here's Ward, good protection, and he gets it on the inside to Restrepo, who turns around, spins free, and gets all that extra yardage. Xavier Restrepo, one of the best around. Miami opens up this 2nd half, gets right down to the Florida 29-yard line. Ward off play action. He's going to check down underneath to Fletcher. Fletcher, look at him go inside the 10, and it's going to be 1st and goal Canes.
He's throwing up against one of the best secondaries in the country at Notre Dame.
There's that sidearm as he goes to Arroyo with blockers in front. Elijah Arroyo, and he could be a breakout star. Sort of has that Jimmy Graham-esque body to him, Arroyo. 3rd down and 10. Ward with time downfield and just lofts it to Horton, who secures it. 3rd down and 11. Ward able to spin free of Searcy and then goes to the end zone, and in the back of the end zone it is Jacoby George. My oh my, Cam Ward's having himself a day.
2 yards before this puts Miami back on the board. This could not have been a better week 1 start for the Canes.
Makes for a 2nd and 17. And they're going to run the ball with Johnson. He is tackled for a loss. He is brought down by Alston. 10-play drive for Florida here, trailing by 4 touchdowns. Mertz That ball is picked off. It is Powell on the return. Mish Powell still on his feet. Mish Powell with the interception and the big return that forces Trayon Webb to finally tackle him, and Graham Mertz is still down after throwing that pass. Over 2,100 yards playing for Oregon State. Here's Ward scrambling around. Casually slings it downfield and gets it complete inside the 20. He is almost too relaxed, Jesse. It's unbelievable. Right away. Then he was hit as he throws that time, and it goes for an interception.
They're trying to get their center all the way outside to block Barrow, and Jake Slaughter's not able to get there. Nice job by Barrow exploding out of his stance.
Would look like. Well, how's 350 yards and 3 touchdown passes look? Or you can add to the yardage with Lofton. Elijah Lofton. This is an athletic freak out of Las Vegas, the true freshman H-back who's so versatile, so strong. One of the top-ranked tight ends in the country coming out of high school, and he gave you a glimpse there, Jesse.
Yeah.
They've averaged 125 on the ground in their first 2 games. It's really been the damage through the air with Richardson, but that was a focal point in our conversation this week with the Rattlers coaching staff. Richardson moving, creating time with his legs, and there's just no one open. What a pick! It's Wesley Basaint, the junior.
And make him get rid of the football. If you watch how Richardson gets outside of the pocket, you've got the safety coming downhill, and he gets rid of the football, and you see the adjustment by Basaint to reach back behind his body and grab that football. That's some of that local talent that Mario's keeping home. You see it right there with the dynamic interception.
On offense, now Ward gonna throw it for the first time. Looks one way, back the other, lofts it over the middle. Wide open man, it's Elijah Arroyo, one of those tight ends. And what a start for Miami. Then last, need them to stay healthy. Ward passing on 1st and 10, looking downfield seam, and guess who? Mr. Reliable, Xavier Restrepo. Touchdown number 2 of the day for Cam Ward. Miami, quick snap out to Riley Williams, and he's going to walk it in. They go for 2, and it works. Hurricanes having fun for us. 3rd and long here for Miami. 2 for 2 on 3rd down today. Ward, plenty of time. Again, the seam, and it's Restrepo. Big play down to the 41-yard line, 1st down. The redshirt freshman Johnson stays in the backfield. Ward dumps it out to Johnson in space to the pylon, touchdown. They do mark the ball at the 40. Ward, handoff up the middle for Fletcher, who has space across the U at midfield and down inside the 40. Big Mark Fletcher, 6'2", 225 sophomore. 2 tight end set. Ward, quick throw on an out pattern to Restrepo, has a blocker in his receiver, gets outside 5-yard line and delivers the boom inside the 5.
Allowing Restrepo to continue to get up the field. Watch number 11.
Not on the field for injury.
At the end of Miami's last scoring drive, his knee is now taped. He has been seated on the bench by the training staff.
And that's a big one for them, not just in this game, Forrest, but just moving forward for a team who has big aspirations again this season. 284 and 3 scores for Ward in the air. Handoff to Martinez, uses the stiff arm, breaks away, 10-5, touchdown! Damian Martinez.
Bounce off of defenders. They have the speed to take it to the house. You see him bounce off the defender, bounce off the linebacker, and then he's got the speed to get to the outside and get to the end zone.
Ward looking left. Plenty of time. Running near the 10-yard line. Ward's going to take off. Diving! Touchdown, Cam Ward. Or did he get in? He did. There's the wheels.
And that was a poor angle by the Florida A&M defender, number 20. You've got to take a better angle. You've got to run to the outside. You want to squeeze Cam and make him cut it back up to reload talent for this program.
We got 2 tight ends from the state of Oregon between Williams and McCormick, and now Lyle getting loose. He wanted it, but just short of the end zone.
Wow, you see the jump cut. He gets to there, then the speed to try to get to the edge. He's able to stop sliding. And
13 yards on the carry. Poffenbarger in the shotgun, handing off again to Lyle. They want to get him number one, and there it is, the first of Jordan Lyle's career. Top offense and defense in the SWAC last year. They lost Jeremy Musa, their star quarterback. This is picked off. Intercepted in the middle of the field. Cam Pruitt. How about that for a true freshman from Theodore, Alabama? To play the Miami Hurricanes, but this team is going to be very good again this year. That is an interception. And a nice return down the sideline.
Ward to throw again. To George again. To midfield. Before brought down by D.D. Snyder, 19 yards, and into Ball State territory. That's Johnson in motion. Ward to throw. Has his tight end over the middle. Inside the 15, down to the 12.
He had a big 27-yarder last week. And just a seam route, and good job of Cam Ward.
Kyle Kelly takes the snap. And they tried the end around, and that Miami defense didn't want any part of it. Tyler Barron
With his running backs.
And do they do it here on 2nd and 21? No, instead it's Ward to throw. Has Jacoby George wide open. The defender slips. George has the first down and a lot more. Still on his feet inside the 30, inside the 20, and he'll score.
Wait a second. I think that the ref blew the whistle back around the 46-yard line.
Moving on the field, the ball carrier ran out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
They're just going to stick with the ball in the air.
Martinez in motion. Ward quickly slings it out to George. Now he's got a lot of room. Hadn't stepped out of bounds yet. Finally does at around the 20. Ward will again look to throw. He's got all kinds of time. Go to the end zone. Restrepo.
Simonza all the way to the top of the screen. Oh my.
Kelly just got clobbered.
Foot 225 pounds looks like when it comes right at your face. Watch him shed the block. Boom.
That's what Ward's going to do right here. Has a receiver open. First down and a whole lot more. That looked like Isaiah Horton on the far side. It was. 3rd and 9. Quickly. Out to Brown. A lot of room to run. Leapfrogs a defender. And brought down at the 37.
Sam I am. Look at him leap over. Nobody. He didn't even leap over anybody.
Now they'll take Johnson and swing it out to him. Got a blocker in front from the Restrepo. Great block. Johnson on his way. So they've been getting that back and more. Johnson in motion. Cam Ward to throw. Strike to his tight end. That's Arroyo. Out of bounds. They'll mark it near the 20, right at the 21. Ward play flake to Fletcher. He stays in the block. Going to the end zone. Arroyo, touchdown.
And there it is again. Another 20-plus yard pass for a touchdown. This one to Elijah Arroyo. He just hasn't had guys to rotate in at receiver.
Pocket collapses. It's intercepted. Elijah Alston picks it off. Miami is at the 20-yard line again.
Yeah, and Tyler Barron was the one who got to the quarterback again.
Ward to throw again. Restrepo over the middle to the 5. Into the end zone.
I don't know if I've ever seen him not working up a ladder.
Yeah, extorting this defensive front. Simon to the screen. Stuffed. Just too many orange shirts.
Big solid backs. Here they go.
Here's Fletcher. Bounces to the outside. He shows the speed to go along with that size. And by far the biggest run of the day for this Miami offense. Only 3 carries so far in this game. All those 3 in the first quarter. Now he's in motion. Ward will look to throw. Snaps it up to George. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and he'll score. Driving the Canes down for a field goal. To give to A.J. Allen. Spins his way, still free, and bounces it outside. Now gets a block to the 30. Has a convoy in front of him and chooses to deliver a little bit of a blow to a defensive back for 33 yards after the fact. Elijah Davis brought him down. Schedule does get a little bit tougher. We'll go over that in a little bit. But the Canes starting to run the football. Really nice move by A.J. Allen. Now he shows the speed down the sideline. He'll score.
You see him right here. Ooh.
Oh, that's a great move. Nice block on the outside by the freshman JoJo Trader, too.
Yeah, he sets up the leverage and uses that speed, bursts all the way down the field.
And the run game that when your starting quarterback gets hurt and the coach turns to you and say, in the middle of the game, it's up to you now. And you come in and perform like he did. Kudos. Williams going deep, has a receiver, that's 6. Elijah Lofton, the freshman, 40 yards for the touchdown. Whether it's hot or cold, or it could be a beautiful day. I'm not really doing much running. Williams to throw, has a receiver, lays a beautiful pass into Ball State territory, right into the waiting arms of Ray Joseph.
Against Jacoby George again, same formation. As Martinez lines up behind Cam Ward. They'll run it this time. Touchdown! Damian Martinez, second of the season. What an opening drive for UM, helped by the penalties. They fake the end around. Wide open screen to Damian Martinez with room to roam. Martinez lowers his shoulders and gets to the 41-yard line of USF. Ward rifles one over the middle. Controlled by Isaiah Horton. Slant, end zone, touchdown. That easy. Isaiah Horton. Miami's got the lead back.
Look at the release right here of Isaiah Horton. Just watch him stutter, jab outside real hard, and get the corner to just settle.
And McCormick, a 7th-year senior who was injured constantly at Oregon and fought through one injury after another. As Isaiah Horton, a catch and run for a first down.
Back to front. Don't let him throw the football over your head. Don't give him a cheap one here at the end of the first.
Shut down the sideline. Sam Brown. Touchdown Miami. A house call right before the 2-minute timeout. Ward dumps one off. Hurdling in is Martinez for the 2. Off the edge on second down. It's picked up. Wide open. It's Horton. Makes a man miss to midfield. 17 more yards.
Considering some of the players that they've had go through here, some of the recruiting classes in their history that they have put together, that's a big, big statement, a big ranking.
Ward goes one off to A.J. Allen. He gets hammered out of bounds, but gets another first down.
What Lane Kiffin's got going on down there is something to keep an eye on.
Restrepo with a flag down. Fought through a penalty and picks up 16.
You're going to see here on this back shoulder. Can't quite. The quarterback makes it work.
Floats one down the sideline. In stride, Restrepo into the red zone.
Dissect this game.
Canes are coming after the backup quarterback. Hit as he throws. Double coverage, and it might be a pick. Mish Powell. Did he toe tap? He did not. He held on to the football.
Jonathan Vilma, DJ Williams, Ed Reed, Jeremy Shockey, Vince Wilfork.
Another fade route. This one for Restrepo, and this one is a Miami touchdown.
His journey, this is something that you want to emulate.
They're going to run it with Lyle, and he breaks free. There goes the true freshman. Turns on the afterburners. House call, touchdown. 91 yards.
He's someone who's continuing to develop his game as a passer. And he's going to put in the work. This will not.
That's a tip ball, and it looks like another Miami takeaway.
Martinez picks up enough for the first down. Arroyo, the tight end, in motion. Ward throws downfield for his big tight end. Shovels and hangs on. Elijah Arroyo takes it inside the Tech 20.
Type of player. That means he can run and he can catch it with a big frame. Kind of tips it to himself. He's made a big catch, and there's nobody lined up over him in the slot.
Ward to the end zone. Caught by George. Touchdown, Miami. There is a flag.
For this Virginia Tech offense, Jones going to him early and often.
Ollie Jennings back in there for Virginia Tech. Didn't play last week. That one is off the hands of Green and picked off by Miami.
They will eat you up in terms of reeling passes in once they're tipped, especially over the middle.
They've been beating their opponents through 4 games. Again, the schedule, you can say what it is, but by an average of 52-10. Play action set up perfectly. Arroyo glides in. Touchdown, Miami. Cam Ward sold it. Lane, the motion man. Screen pass to Tootin, and he is upended. Lost a couple more on the play. It's 3rd down. Downfield, Xavier Restrepo brings it in. Miami back in plus territory. Against a twist, Ward dancing. Pump fakes. Stiff arm. Backpedaling. Able to complete. Let's see where they mark this. They'll try to establish the run. Damian Martinez hammers across the 40 for a first down, a gain of 17. Clark. Time for Ward. Hit as he throws it, and it's caught. Isaiah Horton brings in the wounded duck.
To the face of Cam Ward. Excellent pass rush.
Ward steps up, tucks, runs, touchdown Miami.
Gets so captivated by his calmness and his ability to throw from the pocket that you forget he can do things like this when he pulls it down.
Miami might have numbers top of your screen. Ward up the middle, a strike. Sam Brown. Blitz off the edge. Ward steps up. Room to run. Inside the 10. And bumped from behind at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 19. Martinez, who had 3 touchdowns last week, is the running back. 2nd and goal. Ward back of the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. College football's Methuselah, the 9th-year senior, Cam McCormick.
Comes the pressure.
Ward gets rid of it somehow. Restrepo on his backside makes the catch. First down.
And you're talking, here comes the all-out blitz.
Edge pressure. Ward ducks away. Spencer had him. Ward flips it to Williams. How do you like this? Down the sideline. Pushed out inside the 5.
If there is a trip to New York in his future, and I got to believe it is, a play like this is one that's going to come up over and over when you start talking about the playmaking ability of Cam Ward.
Ward to a wide open Horton, and Miami takes the lead.
See what the Bears have dialed up. They go to Mark Fletcher. Fletcher into Bear territory inside the 40, and he's finally dragged down by Miles Williams, but not before he has the Canes on the move with a 28-yard run. Several running backs. Martinez has been leading the way. They use Fletcher a lot. We'll see the speedster Chris Johnson, we expect too. Ward standing in the pocket, finds Xavier Restrepo, and they're in the red zone. Another first down for the Canes. First and goal. Fletcher has it again. I think their intentions are clear. They're just trying to bully the Bears, and Fletcher does. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
You're going to get chances to push the ball down the field.
Showed a little pressure on the corner, and he takes a shot down the field and finds Sam Brown. Olave came in hot, and they spit it out on the screen, and now running free is Jacoby George. George down the sideline. He's chased out of bounds. He'll get it into Cal territory, picking up 25. Ward needs 5. Right down the middle and right on target is George again. He gets it down to the Cal 41 on a first down. They need 3 touchdowns. And they need to find a way to stop Cal when they have the ball. But that'll be a good start. Xavier Restrepo works his way up across the 45-yard line. First down.
England Patriots slot receivers Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, faking the quick out and coming back on the return route to the middle.
And Ward fires a strike. Arroyo was called for that penalty a couple of plays ago. Check that. No, I beg your pardon. That's the youngster Elijah Lofton. So now they're backed up. Just inside the 20 on 3rd and goal. And try it again. This time make it work. Isaiah Horton goes into the end zone without incident. And the Canes draw closer. Another 2nd and short. Canes threatening to make it a 1-possession game. Ward, a lot of room. He's going to run it. Cam Ward, open area. Touchdown, Miami. 24 yards on the run.
This kid is something special, Reese.
From his end zone, Restrepo, open. Xavier Restrepo into Bear territory. He's on his way. Can he get it in? And just like that, Martinez, and then the flip out, and Arroyo gets into the end zone. Elijah Arroyo, and the game is tied. Back at their own 40-yard line. Rushing 2, spying 1. They go over the middle and is picked off. Intercepted by Maui Noah, and Miami is going to get out of here with a win.
That running back room to get better. And here he is on 2nd down, and look at Mark Fletcher. 6'2", 225 pounds downhill. 2nd and 7, they drop 8, and look at the time they give Cam Ward because of it. Back in the end zone, look at that throw! Jacoby George! How about Cam Ward and that arm talent? Here's Cam Ward. Quick strike and another first down. Xavier Restrepo. Again, not something they usually major in. Much more of a huddle team, but a lot quicker pace today. Ward on first down. Look at how relaxed he is. Sam Brown
right here is going to be confused at who he has. What he should do is once Cam Brown comes down, he should carry and run with him. He doesn't. The corner's expecting him to, and that's why the corner then hesitates. It's late and wide open.
Ward on first down. As he checks down to Fletcher, who breaks free. Look at the big strides from Mark Fletcher.
A chance to double up before half.
Brown's going to... Oh, the ball's loose! The ball is loose! And it's going to be a Miami touchdown! The ball got knocked out of the true freshman's hands, and Miami, quick to jump on it, was Aguirre. Put the Miami defense in position.
That little hold on the left side of your screen there.
Third down and 5. Martinez gets free, lowers the shoulder, and look at Damian Martinez. And look at this offensive line joining in the road grading party. Man, oh man, Canes, you talk about wanting it. Ward with time. What a catch by Restrepo and a touchdown, Canes. In a thriller of a tied game. Cranks it up, goes downfield, and gets it complete. Here goes Restrepo again, spinning his way, kept his balance inside the 5. Cam Ward and company are rolling out. Sold out here in Louisville for undefeated number 6 Miami. Ward. What a throw to Brown. Again, and Brown gets free. Here goes Sam Brown. Look at Sam Brown downfield again. Explosive play, Miami. Allen again into the end zone. Hurricanes retake the lead. Huge 3rd and 17. Can the Louisville defense find the stop? Ward's going to run it himself. Cam Ward picks it up with his legs.
This time just hands it off.
And Martinez lowers the shoulder, breaks free. He's headed inside the 10 and muscles right on into the end zone. He took to Marion McDonald for a ride. He said, hitch on, we're going to touchdown land.
Down to 5, you could probably take another minute and a half, 2 minutes off before you probably end up getting a field goal, or excuse me, a touchdown anyway. So as much as that's a gut punch, that might be the only way Louisville has time to try to get back in.
From the 21-yard line, Ward throwing again, and Brown wide open again inside the 5-yard line and down to about the 2. So Miami backed up inside its 5-yard line. And the Canes will keep it on the ground, and a ton of room straight ahead for Martinez. The Oregon State transfer who rushed for almost 1,200 yards a year ago to get to Ward. Let's see if they come after him again. They rush 5. Ward from the pocket throws underneath. My goodness, wide open is Martinez, and he picks up a first down on 3rd down and 20. He gets 22 yards. Run play on 2nd and 10. Martinez breaks a tackle inside the 10. Martinez into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
To the table as the 230-pound Damian Martinez runs right through that contact as he strolls into the end zone to put the Canes up 14.
Miraball's one of the best for sure. Big 3rd down and 4. Ward from the pocket. Everybody covered. Ward backing up, now stepping up, breaks a tackle, keeping the play alive. On the run, zipping it to the sideline where it's caught for a first down.
I mean, the coverage is great down the field. He's got nowhere to go with the football. The pressure just can't get to him. He evades one tackle of Jackson, keeps his eyes down the field.
Inside a minute to go now. Four-man rush instead. Stepping up Ward, and his pass is high but caught for a first down by Horton, who went up the ladder. 5 or 6 man pressures. Ward gets rid of it quick, caught inside the 20-yard line. Horton all the way down to the 12. Ward read it, got rid of it. Big play, 22 yards. He's 9 of 10 on the year. This is a 42-yard try. And he buries that one way up. And he's averaging about 4 touchdowns per game. 24 passing, 3 rushing. And here comes a flea flicker. Ward looking over the middle, and it's caught by Restrepo for a first down and a gain of 12.
On the field for Restrepo. It's a really good route on Kevin Knowles. Overall, pretty well defended on the flea flicker.
Ward to throw. Over the middle, complete inside the 10 to Isaiah Horton. It'll be 1st and goal. Cam Ward trying to get his first touchdown of the night. Still a chance to at least get some numbers here at the end. In under 300 yards for the first time this season. Here comes a trick play and a throwback to Ward. This will help his numbers. A touchdown catch. And his 28th touchdown responsible for. It's the tight end Elijah Arroyo with the pass.
All right, we're going to have Arroyo sitting right here. A little toss here. They're going to work back. And then Cam Ward, nobody going to be with him. As a little reverse. Tight end, throw back to the quarterback. But the touch from Elijah Arroyo, the lefty. Put it right where it needs to be for Cam Ward. Good job by him selling it initially, just kind of walking the other way.
Penn State team.
Let the debating begin, Dave Pash. Because that's what it'll be. It'll be spirited debate.
Oh, what a run! Damian Martinez breaking free. And out of bounds at the 30-yard line. For all intents and purposes, but he just kept the feet moving for 53 yards.
This is reminiscent to what we saw last week. Look at all the linemen, everybody just continuing to push. That pile keeps moving. Little help from Inez Cooper, his right guard. These two programs, but you could tell he was ready for this game tonight.
Another great run after contact by Damian Martinez. First down to the 12. Up 22. Gonna run it and into the end zone. Damian Martinez with a walk-in touchdown to make it 35-7.
Ward looking for an option and finding one for a first down with Horton.
Boy, oh boy, he can push the pile.
Ward seemingly always at the ready. Look at him extending the play, and now downfield, touchdown. That is how Cam Ward does it. Right to Restrepo after doing a 360 dipsy-do to extend the play. Terry Moore got a piece of it. Ball was tipped, and he still had focus enough for the score.
What makes, I think, Cam Ward so special?
Martinez gets loose. Damian Martinez with a chunk play to start Miami's drive.
Carrots in that bad boy.
Here's Murphy from his own end zone, going to take a shot, and that ball is easily intercepted by Mish Powell. He was waiting for it like it was a fair catch on a punt. 2nd and 11, quick strike. 1st and goal, Miami. Zay Horton with the reception.
Well,
2nd and goal. Ward to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Cam McCormick, his 9th year of college football. 2nd and 7. Fletcher, look at this hole for Mark Fletcher past midfield. Play action. Ward on 1st down. Keeping it alive and then checking down to Martinez, and Damian Martinez just floating ahead for easy yardage as he has it down near the 20-yard line.
Texas still has to play Texas A&M down the road. A lot of football left.
And Ward on the slant, Restrepo. And look at Restrepo work his way to midfield.
Coming into the last throw, and the ball's just got to be able to come out quickly.
And look at Mark Fletcher. Inspired. Miami had a 2-touchdown lead, now trailing by 11 halfway through this third quarter. Cam. Going up was George again. What an effort.
Seen Malik Murphy do it a couple times with the back shoulder throw. There's a really nice one from Cam Ward as well. How about the extension time by Kamari Robinson? Nothing he could do.
Quick to snap to the end zone. Touchdown, Xavier Restrepo. Murphy on 2nd and 6. Intercepted. He floated it downfield and is picked off by O.J. Frederick, and the true freshman with a heck of a return. And man, oh man, do the Canes have Uncle Mo. Martinez. As they push him ahead, look at this. I mean, you talk about desire and wanting it. They go to the up back, and that is going to be stopped short. It was Elijah Lofton, and they're saying touchdown. Initial surge was stopped short, and then the second effort, he brings it in. 2nd and 8. Downfield in stride. He's got George. Touchdown, Canes. Cam Ward takes his time and gets it complete to Brown. And Sam Brown, what a move for extra yardage past midfield. Touchdown passes and another Miami lead. And stuff like that, here goes Restrepo. Welcome to the record books, your number 1. Most catches, most yards in the grand history of this program. And his mom, Ashley, is loving it.
Vinny Testaverde and Bernie Kosar and Jim Kelly.
That is intercepted as Miami's Jadis Richard comes up with the pick. With Miami, what will be the matchup in the ACC Championship if they can stay the course? Sam Brown, he's not done either. Reaching out, and where will they spot him? Just short.
Those are two pretty talented teams going back and forth.
Oh, ball is out. And it is picked up by Miami. Another turnover here as Cam Pruitt, the true freshman linebacker, with the fumble recovery. Under 3.5 to play. 3rd down, Ward. Downfield again. What a catch that time by Riley Williams.
There goes his number 1 target, Xavier Restrepo. He looks that way. Instead, it's up the seam. And in stride, he's got Elijah Arroyo. Oh, the tight end. Eyes on the end zone. There's the Canes answer. 74 yards.
The trust between him and Elijah Arroyo. You're going to see Arroyo right here. And just watch when he then lets this ball go. Arroyo's not even looking. He just kind of jogs off the line, allows the receiver to clear, and Cam Ward has the ball basically waiting for him when he turns his head to look.
Blitz coming. One-on-one to the outside. On time. Boy, is that an NFL throw. Sam Brown Jr. 4-man rush. Again, Restrepo. First down and more to the 30-yard line. Ward floats out of the pocket. To the sideline to Restrepo, who gathers it in. Restrepo.
He finally finds a zone void, a hole, as he's working from right to left all the way across the field.
Ward, another one-on-one. Drops it over the shoulder of Isaiah Horton for the touchdown. What a throw. Seam shot. There's Jacoby George again. Back-to-back hookups as Jacoby George becoming a much bigger factor in the second half.
Now they got to see if they can do it couple more times.
And they waste no time snapping it. Cam Ward looking downfield. Jacoby George breaks free. And they finally have a fourth down conversion, sorely needed. And the Canes keep the drive alive, and George is hurt. Blitz coming. They pick it up. Ward takes a shot down the sideline. In stride. He's got Restrepo. Touchdown.
Ward gets it out quickly again. This is their leading receiver, Restrepo. Made a great move to pick up the first down again. Martinez in the backfield. Restrepo in motion. Ward to the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes. George.
I mean, you've seen the receiver skills from the big 250-pound tight end.
On the post, got a man. It's caught and brought down. George with another fantastic grab. 2nd and 16. Oh, picked off. Oh, Powell with some power. Touchdown, Canes. How do you like me now?
Play that completely changes momentum. Mish Powell blitzing off the edge. He doesn't just knock it down, snags the interception, takes it to the house, and what looked like Wake Forest points turns into a touchdown for the Canes.
Circumnavigates the entire field.
A lot of dexterity with those hands and fingers. Showing it right there, complete to Sam Brown Jr. Ward with a clean pocket, gets it out to Arroyo. Got a first down inside the 30, pushed out at about the 27 by Devon Patterson. After losing to Georgia Tech a couple of weekends ago. Martinez in the backfield. He gets the call. Great pause, great patience, great production. Patterson with the tackle. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Ward on the quick slant. There's his main guy, Restrepo. X with the catch and run. Always in contention. On the receiver screen, Restrepo trying to get to work here. Picks up the first down. A moment ago, Q had a chance to speak with Coach Cristobal. Cam Ward, the trigger man, hands it off to his tailback. That's Fletcher breaking it in the clear. And Fletcher inside the 15. And they learned that quickly on campus at Coral Gables. Hands it off to his tailback. A burst. He lacerates that front and scores it. Touchdown, Lyle.
And then all of a sudden they get on this win streak and they're in contention.
Well, we saw them early and they look good. Now Lyles scored earlier, trying to crib another one down to the 15-yard line, popping up. Every day I'm hustling, and he was hustling here.
Oh, how about the truck? And then being able to get down the field. Jacoby George with one of those veteran.
Ward gets it out on the receiver screen, and what a run. George, touchdown, Canes.
Ward scans, rolls, fires, caught along the sideline by Jacoby George. He needs to know some instructions. Cam Ward with all day to throw on second down, and he will check it down to Fletcher, who turns upfield, and Fletcher's got enough. Line of scrimmage. He's on the bottom of your screen next to LaQuinn Allen. McCord is throwing on fourth down, and Meeks cannot hang on. Wesley Bassett was draped all over him.
Easy throw for his quarterback, knowing he's usually right over the ball.
Cam Ward's going right back to the air with some pressure. Got rid of it, and a jumping catch. Jacoby George was wide open, and he takes it inside the 30 with 25 for the Hurricane. Bottom of your screen. Ward looking that way. It's Restrepo turning toward the pylon, and And they mark him out of bounds.
It's when he's out of that break, that ball's thrown. It's get all the way here and then out. Cam Ward releases that ball before his head is even turned around. And I think you may have to take another look at this one, Mike. It may have got in.
Cam Ward with time to zing it across the middle for George. Up to the races. It tripped up right near midfield by Devin Grant.
Yes, it's Saturday. And we go up the seam Saturdays. Jacoby George, he gets right to the inside. And it's an easy throw for Cam Ward because he beats the defender to the inside. And there's nobody in there. And you saw Cam Ward, his arm.
Yeah, resume that was very interesting going into that game. But the loss against Shane Beamer's Gamecocks. Two running back look again, and a lot of space for Damian Martinez. Big block from Fletcher, and Martinez sets up first down and goal.
Bunch up top.
Fletcher motions. Ward to throw. Ward, end zone touchdown, Arroyo. Miami is pouring it on at Syracuse.
They're right back in this football game.
Forced the Miami punt last time. Cam Ward back to work, and he wants a seam shot to Restrepo.
Now, how does the Heisman hopeful Cam Ward respond to the Syracuse score?
Threw for 184 and 2 touchdowns in the first half, and he zips one to Xavier Restrepo. The superstar quarterback conducts things from the 48. Ward steps up under some pressure and takes off. And Cam Ward's got a first down and more. The dome gets loud on 2nd and 8. Cam Ward fires across the middle. Arroyo takes it to set up first and goal. Cam Ward to Fletcher up the middle. Touchdown! Miami's back in front. Miami led 21-0 right out of the gates. Syracuse has come all the way back, and this place is deafening. It's a run to Damian Martinez, straight up the middle. Martinez chased down by Deuce Chestnut. There is a penalty flag back near the line of scrimmage, and with the on-site crew here in Syracuse. So Miami gets it back, and Damian Martinez with a cut. Foot in the ground, and Martinez finally taken down past the 45.
If not, they're playing man if they stay back.
Bellamy blitzed off the edge, and Ward finds Restrepo. Off to the races, Restrepo. Two tight ends for Miami. Martinez straight up the middle. Damian Martinez is in for a touchdown. And Miami's an extra point away from tying this game in the 4th. Isaiah Horton is the downfield threat. Ward looks opposite, and on an out pattern, Jacoby George again to the 35, shoved out of bounds by Devin Grant after 18.
It's a single season record, 10 300-yard passing games for Ward. They try to run it against the Iowa State defense, and Damian Martinez is off to the races. 75 yards of deliciousness on the touchdown run by Martinez.
Martinez in on this one. Left tackle Jalen Rivers is going to come all the way around and get McLaughlin right here. But watch Jacoby George come in from the receiver spot with the ceiling block on the secondary player, the corner right there. And Martinez runs through one ankle tackle and off to the right.
Widen that surface out.
Yep.
Arroyo, the third leading receiver, he escapes to the flat. They try to run it straight ahead, and a powerful run by Damian Martinez to pick up Miami's. One of the things we really liked about him, because it's a guessing game, is the fact that he'd operated in this offense to a degree. He goes over the top for a first down to Elijah Lofton, the freshman from Las Vegas.
Elijah Lofton from the slot position here, just running a corner, doing a great job of fighting through contact through the first 5.
On the first play, and now the seventh play of this drive. Off balance, lob into the end zone to Jacoby George for a 4-yard strike. And Cam Ward has now passed Case Keenum for the all-time
for the record-setting touchdown.
New crib psychotic.
We got a shootout here early on in Orlando. Make sure those Pop-Tarts. Canes looking at a third down on offense coming out of the break as we start the second quarter. Blitz. Ward escapes it. Steps up and delivers a first down catch made by Elijah Arroyo. It goes for 26 yards.
Blitz here. Both guys are going to come through. And this is why Cam Ward's so special. Ability to evade the defender, keeps his eyes downfield, and a dart right to Elijah Arroyo.
3rd and 13. Pressure again. Ward steps up, looking across the field. Beautiful catch made by JoJo Trader. And he's into the end zone. 40 yards. Ward on the run to Trader.
Blitz pickup right here by Mark Fletcher, 6'2", 225. Great block, great pickup, and again, Cam Ward buying time. Finding Trader, true freshman.
Figure out what you're doing at the quarterback position going forward. Arroyo shuffled into motion. They need 2 yards to get that. The first down run by Martinez. And Martinez rumbles his way inside the 35. Came into his own in this stadium as a freshman against Clemson in the Cheez-It Bowl. His first opportunity. Cam Ward going deep. Post route. It is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Elijah Arroyo for 33 yards. Start for Purchase, a Denver native. Deep out route. That's good for a Miami first down. Shamar Kirk.
Dicing up the number 4 pass defense in the entire country. Without 3 of his top 4 wide receivers today, including the All-American Restrepo.
Another out route, this one to the near side, and that's JoJo Trader. So a 30-yard attempt for Borregales, who's only missed once all year. And he punches it through. Miami.
It's going to give Emory Williams a chance to showcase what he can do here in the second half.
Yeah, time to turn the clock forward for Miami, and a sprint out on the completion to the edge, and Ray Joseph. And so his recruiting ranking really high. Here's Damian Martinez again. And Martinez moves the entire pile.
I just keep going back to the Louisville game that I called earlier this year. He just looks like a different back the second half of this season. More burst and still the physicality. On his way to a big game, and Miami's exploiting.
Fletcher finds the edge, stays in bounds, and he takes it inside the 10.
There's 0. Driving the cornerback who has contained. That cornerback got to be able to set the edge and turn the running back inside, back towards his linebackers. But Trader's able to get on his.
Play clock at 2. And Fletcher leaps into the end zone for another Miami score. Cam Ward loves it. Miami, its largest lead of the game.
Uncle.
Well, he's not as big as he used to be. Showed up on campus at 4'10". He's down to about 330. Look at him get low on the linebacker there and just drive him out of.
Probably would have been open.
First punt won't be a punt. Miami fakes it, and they rumble to a first down and more. Elijah Lofton takes a snap, and 28 yards later gets taken down.
Sugar huddle, so lining up to the ball late. Watch the center long snapper. He's angled in that direction. He's going to direct snap it. He's not even facing the punter. He's going to direct snap it right to Lofton. But these coaches talk about one of the best athletes on the field. I mean, they'd line him at running back at times if they could. They weren't so stacked to that position. So talented as a true freshman at 6.
Close wins. They've got 3 wins by 3 points or less. Tied with UCF and Utah. Fletcher to the logo, and a first down again. 3-man rush for Iowa State. Williams delivers, and the crossing route to Shamir Kirk, and he gets taken down. Miami will use its final timeout. Got to pick up a first down to keep the game alive. Needing 4 yards. High, caught right at the marker. And that is a first down. He stayed in bounds. He was going backwards when he crossed the sideline. Williams has time. Fires short of the marker. Miami has a timeout. They'll use it.